Now, before we continue with this particular section, I feel I have to bring up something that I mentioned way back at the beginning of me starting this particular series, and that is I am not an expert. Nothing I've said in here should be taken as gospel, or the only way to do things, or even how you should do things. This series is more me trying to pass on the basics as I understand them, and I might be wrong. It could definitely be wrong. And then to demonstrate how those basics actually fit together from extractors to T1 to T2, and now we'll be looking at T3. Show you where the skills under the planet management tree actually have relevance, where they actually come into play. And as I said, this is just how I would do it based on my understanding of how planetary interaction or industry works. So if you find a configuration that works better for you than what I've said, good, not a problem. It means I've done what I set out to do, and that's to pass on the basic toolkit, you might call it, of PI. What you build with it, how you build it, that's really all up to you. It's not up to me to sit here and go, no, that is bad. You must do things like this. Because at the end of the day, there is no objectively wrong or right way to actually put together your planets, your supply chain from extraction through end product. This is just me passing on what I've picked up, and to a degree my understanding of it and my thought process behind why I'm doing things a certain way. Again, I might be wrong, and if I am wrong, then I'll accept that, adjust my understanding, and move forward. So please remember that. I am not some wise guru sitting at the end of the earth passing on, it shall be done as thus. This is me just saying, well, here's how I understand this, here is how I would put it together, and this is why I will put it together in this particular way. And that's also important as we move into the tier 3 part, as it's still just how I understand things, how I understand the basics, how I would fit the basics together, rather than saying you must do it like this. There'll be suggestions from me as to why I would do things a certain way, and my thought process behind why I would do it a certain way. But please don't feel bound to actually mimic me exactly, because if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And I can go back, alter my planets if I have better or newer understanding. So with that being said, we will continue on one way to put together a tier 3 supply chain across 3 different planets. If you find you can do it across 2 planets, excellent. I will say though that you're not going to have the power grid and CPU to set up the whole thing on one planet. Trust me, I've tried. It doesn't work. You would have to micromanage that planet extensively, and I'm just trying to give you the tools so that you can get things rolling and then not have to micromanage it. Just a few minutes a day, make sure this is going well, make sure that's going well. Maybe move some output from one planet to another and have to spend as little time as you need to just to keep things rolling along fine. If you want to micromanage, then yes, you can. Go ahead and try and get it all crammed into one planet. It is possible, but probably not ideal. So if you've got the planets, why not use them? Anyway, with that being said, let us continue.